Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. Did you guys know you only need 5 bourbons?
Oh, that's going to give us a lot more room for activities in here.
Well, we are revisiting this again because why not?
Well, the one thing that we always say is that we're on a bourbon journey.
Yep.
And that things change all the time. Your palate, availability of different whiskeys, whatever it might be. So, yeah, 5 bourbons and 5 categories. Let's try this one more time. It's been a little over a year since we did it. Things have definitely changed.
I will say that everything that was on our list before, still like.
Yeah, still like it. However, our palates have changed and our priorities when it comes to drinking whiskey have changed. And as a special treat today, for each whiskey that we talk about, I'm going to pair a Traveling Wilbury with it. So
I am pumped.
Category number 1, we are talking about daily drinkers.
So this probably won't come as too much of a surprise, but we've got OGD bonded. The reason we chose it, not because we actually drink it every day, but it just fits every occasion that the Bourbon Van is doing.
Yeah, whether we are camping, sitting around a fire, out on a hike or a snowshoe, or just at the end of the day on a Tuesday, could use a drink. This one really hits the spot.
This is actually, a lot of times, our warm-up whiskey before we even recording these videos.
Right.
It just has a special place in my heart.
Yeah, the caramel, the vanilla, payday peanutty goodness, it's all there.
So hit me with the Wilburys. Which one is this?
Okay, so this can't be any other than Roy Orbison, right? The elder statesman. You can try and dislike Roy Orbison, you're gonna like him. And that's OGD bonded.
I like where this is going.
Up next is our budget sipper / cheap mixer.
Barely any left, which is probably why it makes a prime candidate for this category, 1783.
Yeah, we drink this stuff frequently and we've shared it with friends. You know, it's a great bottle for people who come over, they don't know what to drink on the wall, and really they just want to be a part of whatever's happening. So you pour them a little glass of this, maybe put an ice cube in it. There is one cocktail that we like. We don't drink a lot of cocktails, but the one that we like is a maple walnut old fashioned.
It's so good.
It's so good. And the flavors in this bottle are a bit like a cocktail to start with. There's a little bit of that coconut sweetness there. There is lovely oak there. There's a little bit of a honey roasted nut going on there. There's a lot to like in this bottle with some brown sugar. So mixing it into a maple walnut old fashioned, it works great there. It's great on an ice cube. It's great neat.
It's just great.
It's just great.
So who's our Wilbury?
Great question. I think that as versatile as this bottle is, the way that it plays nicely in every situation, I think it's Tom Petty.
I like it.
Right? Because, hey, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, great. His solo stuff, great. His Traveling Wilbury stuff, great. Even at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when they were inducting George Harrison, Petty comes out, leads the band, Prince walks out on stage, they jam together, they sound great. Petty in every occasion, super versatile. What's not to like about Petty?
I know, and I am remiss to say that Petty topped my list of people that I always wanted to see, and I just kept pushing it off.
Yeah.
Too late. Don't push it off.
Don't put off your dreams, guys.
Yeah, or you're drinking.
Don't do that either.
I like to be impressed. Do you like to be impressed?
I mean, it doesn't take much.
Yeah, he doesn't care about that. But we do like to impress our friends from time to time.
From time to time. Yeah, this bottle is more about taking something out and sharing it and introducing people to new flavors,
yes.
I think. Last time around, we used Old Forester 1910 in the Impress Your Guests category.
And I stand by 1910 being a great bottle for this category. It is so easy to drink. The flavors are delicious, but we can't repeat bottles this year, so.
Right, yeah, so we're trying something new this year. It is Belle Meade Reserve 108.3 MGP whiskey. The flavors in there, rich oak, a little chocolate, nice vanilla. It's bourbon. There are some bottles that just taste like bourbon. This is definitely one of those bottles.
Phil mentioned this bottle when we were kind of putting our list together. I put a little in my glass just to make sure that...
A little.
Well, you know.
It's a
you know
Julie
me.
pour.
But I put some in my glass just to make sure that I thought this one qualified. Took one sip and I was like, oh yeah.
The flavors in there are straight ahead. They're very easy to find. This is just a fantastic bottle to take off the shelf and share with some friends.
I also will say we get a lot of questions about bottles that we'll just keep rebuying, what's always on your shelf. And Bellmead Reserve, definitely one of those.
100%, always on the shelf.
Oh, I was about to take this away, but we need a Wilbury.
We do need a Wilbury. I love this one. This is going to be great. So when you're talking about impressing your guests, there's one Wilbury who has a really impressive resume that a lot of people don't realize. Jeff Lynne of ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. He's not just a songwriter, he's not just a guitar player, he's not just a singer, but he produced really big albums for Tom Petty, George Harrison, Roy Orbison. He's a multi-instrumentalist. He has an incredibly impressive resume. I'm impressed by him, and I hope he impresses my friends today.
And I'll say that I don't know who that is.
He had a perm for a while. He may still have
everybody.
a perm. Yeah.
Isn't Chris Christopherson a Wilbury? No?
No.
Wait, I thought that he was.
You're thinking of the Highwaymen.
Totally. I'm totally thinking of the Highwaymen. I actually thought that's what we were doing.
We are going to have to do a Highwaymen video now. Later. Well, next up, it's that Friday night pour. You've been looking forward to it all week, and you deserve it. What have you got here? Because we're going to split on this one.
So guys, it's Tennessee. Don't hate me, but it does say bourbon on the label. So for me, Chattanooga 111 checks all the Friday night boxes. This is the bottle that I was most looking forward to picking up on a recent road trip, and we found it, and I basically won't let Phil drink it. Like, I just hoard it for myself. I want it. I love it. The flavors are so delicious. There's a nice proof point there that just kind of satisfies that Friday night category. Mm-hmm. And for $50, you can't go wrong.
And since I'm not allowed to drink that, I had to pick my own. And it's Wild Turkey Rare Breed. Every time I have this bottle, I'm struck by the complexity of it, the finish of it, the satisfaction of it. There's so much happening in this bottle. And when you look at other barrel proof products out on the market, some of them are really, really pricey. Some of them drink really hot. I like the balance of sweetness and spice in this bottle. I just think it's fantastic. I look forward to it every single week.
You really can't go wrong with Rare Breed. Just like you can't go wrong with...
Oh, we need to do a Wilbury for this one. I think it has to be George Harrison.
Like it?
Because returning to your Friday night bottle that you know really well, you're really familiar with it, it's like returning to an old friend, and George Harrison's music is that way. It is, you can just jump into any album and know where you are pretty quickly. It's just friendly and fun and light and bright a lot of the time, even when he's talking about serious stuff. And on a Friday night, you just want to kick back a little bit and enjoy yourself and hang out with an old friend, Rare Breed, or Chattanooga 111.
New friend.
New
but
friend.
that's okay too.
It is time for the encore.
Like it.
So this is the special occasion bottle, something you only break out when you have a good reason to, or a friend in town or something like that. This one we also split on.
I picked this one because it feels special. Big proof, beautiful bottle. We'll never see another one of these. It's Four Roses 2021 release, limited edition. Honestly, we didn't get this till 2022. Mm-hmm. If we would have gotten it in 2021, it probably would have been a huge contender for our bourbon of the year. There was a lot of hype around this bottle. I thought there was just 0% chance this is gonna live up to the expectations. I seriously was blown away.
Yeah.
From the first sip out of the neck, I thought, this bottle is special. I'm glad we spent the money. I'm nervous to drink it down.
Yeah, and you said it too. It's an absolutely beautiful bottle, gorgeous to look at, gorgeous to sip on, and fewer than 15,000 bottles made. And my bottle, a little less exciting simply because it's more readily available out there, at least in different variations. Nashville Barrel.
It fits the category for you because I think that it's like the most favorite bottle that you have on the shelf.
I'm completely in love with this bottle, and Nashville Barrel, you can actually order their stuff online. A lot of it, we can't actually have it shipped to us here in Oregon. So when we want more, we have to go all the way to Tennessee, get it, and I'm willing to do it.
Yes.
This is a fantastic bottle, another MGP product that makes the list here. This bottle in particular, one of the things that's special about it to me is that it was chosen by the Nashville Bourbon Social Club, which includes our friends Stuff and Whiskey, and it was on their recommendation that we even went to this distillery. Had a great time, great tasting, fantastic whiskey, and kind of looking forward to having visitors this year because I really want to share this bottle with more people. This one is so good, and we both agreed while we were there tasting it just how good this bourbon was. We had to get a bottle.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good, and it was special, and to me, being there to have a tasting, for you and I to choose this one together makes it even more special. So when I'm thinking special occasion bottle, that's the sort of thing that I want, and the flavors are just an added bonus. It's a really nice bottle and we love it.
So I know where we're going to go with this because there's only one left, and I am not disappointed that you saved him for last.
The Traveling Wilbury, of course, is Bob Dylan, and when I think about special occasions, I think about some of our first concerts together, which we've seen Bob Dylan together. I think it might have been our first concert ever, and that was a special occasion. We've seen him several times since, and his music is consistent. It's fun to share with friends, and what more could you possibly want? He's still producing music that's fantastic and varied, and just like single barrels, there's a variance, but there's a consistency as well that we love.
I love Bob Dylan. I know he's not for everybody. People either love him or hate him. And you could probably say that with these special edition bottles too. They're always very unique, very interesting. Sometimes the proof is crazy, sometimes it's not. The flavors can sometimes go crazy, just kind of like Dylan's music. So,
what do you think about these bottles, and what do you think about our Wilbury analogies? I'm proud of them personally.
I liked it.
Well, here's to the Traveling Wilburys.
Not the Highwaymen.
And from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.